Well, today, the driver's licenses for thousands of commercial drivers across the state were revoked. That includes operators of semi-trucks, school buses, and even some construction workers. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says that this is because they were illegally issued to, quote, dangerous foreign drivers.
But the news comes 1 month after a semi-truck driver who was in the United States illegally was accused of causing a crash that killed 3 people in Ontario. And it follows the California DMV's announcement in September that the DMV cannot issue or renew CDLs to people who are here legally in the United States but are not permanent residents or citizens.
Chesley Major. Chesley Major. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good and prosperous day. The CDL crackdown has begun. Ever since Harjinta Singh crashed up the truck in Florida, and this other guy crashed up the truck in California, it's going down. They're getting real strict about it. 17,000 people had their license revoked, and we're going to dive into that on this video. And it's just going to spread because it's not just in California. This is happening everywhere. But we're going to dive into this video, and I'm going to get right back at you. Let's get into it.
Thousands of immigrant truckers in California could lose their commercial licenses.
This comes after criticism from the Trump administration about California and other states granting these drivers licenses to people in the country illegally.
And thousands of commercial truck licenses are being revoked in California after a federal audit revealed several violations. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy demanded the action, calling the state's licensing system a threat to public safety.
Well, this all centers around 17,000 commercial driver's licenses issued to immigrants. Now, state transportation officials say the DMV flagged those licenses after a review found they were not issued in line with California law. Under state rules, a California commercial driver's license can't be valid longer than a person's legal presence documents on file. When those dates don't match, the license should not be issued or renewed.
Today, the Department of Transportation put out a statement saying that those 17,000 CDLs were revoked in the state of California because they were illegally issued. But the governor's office quickly responded, saying the Department of Transportation just isn't sharing the truth.
Thousands of immigrants with CDLs have been sent 60-day notices that their licenses will be canceled. U.S. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy said in part, after weeks of claiming they did nothing wrong, Gavin Newsom and California have been caught red-handed. Now that we've exposed their lies, 17,000 illegally issued trucking licenses are being revoked. A spokesperson for Governor Gavin Newsom provided a statement which says, once again, Sean Road rules Duffy fails to share the truth, spreading easily disproven falsehoods in a sad and desperate attempt to please his dear leader.
Gavin Newsom was letting these people do any and everything when Joe Biden was in office, and now he's got to answer for his BS. I tell you, the crap that was going on during the Biden administration, it's cost a lot of people their livelihoods and others their lives. All he's doing is trying to save face, and it's not working. But let's get back into the video.
Today, truck drivers got back on the road after filling up at the Commerce truck stop. On the same day, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said the California DMV revoked 17,000 commercial driver's licenses in the state because Duffy said the CDLs were illegally issued to, quote, dangerous foreign drivers.
Facts over feelings. Honestly speaking, it is very dangerous to be driving a commercial vehicle and you can't read the signs. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
The governor's office says the impacted drivers are not illegal immigrants and that the licenses were withdrawn due to, quote, inconsistency with California law.
We have definitely seen the impact on our students.
Rosie Trujillo is the office manager at the Los Angeles Trucking College.
We've had a student here and he had already his license, was working, family man, so he just had to go to the DMV and renew his license. He had a DACA, he went, and when he tried to renew it, he couldn't anymore. They said that they don't accept it unless he has residency or citizenship. Not a lot of people that have the citizenship or residency want to do this. It's people that come from other countries with DACA, with work permits. They're the ones that really want that change in their lives. And what? Nigga, please.
The Department of Transportation says California's DMV violated federal regulations. In a post on X, Duffy accused Governor Gavin Newsom's administration of being caught red-handed after weeks of claiming they had done nothing wrong. Earlier this year, Duffy called several state systems a serious danger for travelers and announced 2 immediate steps.
Here's the bottom line. Non-citizens will not be eligible for a CDL unless they meet a much stricter set of rules. Second, all states must immediately pause the issuance of non-domiciled CDLs until they can comply with our new rules.
Notices have now been sent out to all affected drivers and their licenses will expire within 60 days. Meanwhile, Nevada is taking steps to comply with the federal rule. The state DMV announced it will phase out non-domiciled or limited-term commercial driver's licenses and learner's permits, pausing new issuance and its renewals immediately. About 980 drivers statewide will be affected and existing licenses will expire naturally based on their lawful stay.
Going to affect a lot of workers.
Tonight, I spoke with private immigration attorney Ian Cerullo about this situation to get his legal perspective.
Work authorization will always it always ends at the time that your authorization to stay in the U.S. ends. But the issue is that many of these drivers actually still have a status. It's just that they are waiting for. Many of them are waiting for renewals, right, of their status and also of their work authorization.
So as the dust settles on the massive shakeup, it's like more than 17,000 commercial drivers that's going to find themselves without the very license that, that career depends on. This is going to be real disruptive. A lot of companies, they scrambling. And the whole entire transportation industry is feeling the ripple effects of this right now. One thing, too, for sure, this is a turning point. For some, it's a wake-up call. For others, devastating setback. And for everyone watching, this is just a reminder on how everything can change in an industry that keeps America moving. All my CDL truck drivers chime in. Let me know what you think about this video. Let's get a conversation started. Leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe at the bell if you're not subscribed. Click that like button. It makes a difference. Thanks for all that you do. See you on the next one. Peace.